Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I'm kind of hoping that it is about 9 o'clock? 7 o'clock, 1900, because, yeah, I've got 1 clock here saying that it's 1858, and I got 1 clock saying it's 1901, so I thought I'd split the difference. We are going to be playing a game called Timberborn. I'd just like to say hello to everybody in chat first. We've got Axel, we've got Losting P Gaming, we've got Smoodalini, we've got Alf Palmer, we've got Smuck Farmer, Silent Assassin, Gempy. Hello and welcome to the stream. It is absolutely awesome to see you here. So this game is called Timberborn. This is basically a city builder game, but it's with beavers. Humans have all died out through their own stupidity, and beavers have risen to take the place as the supremo creature on the planet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new game. You've got a couple of different factions. This is early access. It's only just been released. We've got Iron Teeth, and we've got Folktails. They sound a bit like minions, which is really, really awesome. Folktails are the ones you start off with, and then you unlock these a little bit later on. So I've got a big map that I've been working on, that I got a load of Iron Teeth stuff on. I'm going to show you that later in the stream. But to start with, we're going to go with these, and we're going to start a brand new map so you can see the starting point, where everything all begins. And that was the one. I did carefully go through. We got 9 maps to choose from. There's that one which is recommended, and then there's several others here that you can go and pick, various different sizes. And I went and had a look through them, and I think Waterfalls is actually a pretty good one to just start off and showcase a little bit of these guys. So we're going to go into there. We can have a normal game, you can go for a chill out game, you can go for a very difficult game, or we can customize it however we please. So you can start off with various different adults and children, your food consumption and water consumption, so you can really increase the challenge if you want to. Drought duration between 5 and 9 days, so you can really increase the drought duration as well as the handicap and stuff like that. This game is based around droughts. Droughts are really difficult. Droughts are severe and become even worse over time if you have hard difficulty. Drought, basically you've got to build up water supplies and food supplies to be able to survive droughts. You'll see what I mean once we get started. So we'll go into just a normal the WHOLE one. But yeah. So we have beavers. Now I've actually played this game quite a bit. So fortunately it does mean that I kind of know what I'm doing. So I can sort of more explain the game and show you what's what. So I've just paused it for a moment. We have water that comes in up here. It comes in off the edge. There is a map editing feature, so you can create maps to your heart's content and add them in. We have trees. Now, I'm just looking at my live stream screen, and you can see my cursor by the look of it, which is good, because if I stream this game to a friend on Discord, you can't see my cursor, which is really inconvenient. But it does look pretty good at the moment. Alf Palmer says, hi, how are you? I'm really good, thanks. How about yourself? Basically a city building game, but with beavers. Yes, it is. We have beavers. Look, see, we get to do all of these really cool things. We need to actually unlock all of the cool things. It's all hidden behind research. We'll get to that. We will get to that. So we got water here. That comes in. It flows on down. The water mechanics in this game are a big part of what make it really, really awesome. You can build dams, and then the water will back up, and it will flood everywhere. And that's something that we're going to look at, something that we're going to do. So this is just a small map that I've got in here, and you can see all the different things. If there's water nearby, the ground becomes green, the trees become lush, and we can actually, you know, grow stuff, which is quite good. That does really help us along. So what we want to do to start with is we want to establish a base for our young beavers right here. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to storage, and we're going to build a warehouse. And I'm going to put that a little bit away from this right here. I'm going to pop one down right there. So that's going to be the first thing. We then want to go to path and structure. We want to go to path, and we want to make a path between the two, so then they can access it. So they're going to work on that one. They're going to start building it. they need 15 logs in order to be able to build it, and we start off in here with 130 berries. That's all. There is nothing else. Which means that we're going to need some logs. Now, we have berries over here, which we will be able to go and pick, and we're going to have this one to put berries in, which is very, very important, but we also need logs, and, you know, as most of you know, beavers, they have, you know, a lot to do with timber and timber construction and things like that. So I'm going to have a lumberjack flag, and I'm going to place my lumberjack flag down over here. Now, if you have a look, you can see that that lumberjack flag has a distance which it will actually allow the beavers to go out to. So I'm going to bring that one around like that, and I'm going to place a lumberjack flag there. I'm going to put one here like this, and I'm also going to put one over here. Now these are temporary measures, so I'm going to put one there facing that way. So then I'm going to go and take path and structure, and I'm going to connect that one in, and that's going to go over there like that. I'm going to have another one here, and that one will come out on that side. Just to make life a little bit easier, I am also going to put a path around the outside of our main structure right here. This one is very important. This one has a set distance that buildings can be built from it, and you have a, if we click on it, you'll see this green path that comes out. If that one goes out a long way, the green becomes orange, and then it becomes red, and then they can go no further, and you have to put down a new one. And that is what we're district center right there. So we'd have to go and take a district center, place it down over here, and then we'd have to build up a second settlement. Smock Farmer, Upslahausen, Markstead, Jempy, I think I said alright. Hello to already. Ryder, hello, and welcome to the stream. Fantastic to see you here. Jempy, I've got my eye on this game. Don't know. It's too early access, though. At the moment, there's not a huge amount to do once you get the basics of the game up and running, but there's still enough to give you several hours of gameplay. I reckon you can probably get a good 20 to 30 hours of interesting gameplay. If you want to build your own maps, you can get more than that out of it. It's definitely worth taking the time to go and have a look at it, at least in my opinion. So I've got 3 of those up and running. We'll allow them to move out like that, and the beavers will come along, and then they will start building these. I'll speed it up in a bit. I'm not going to just yet. So we're also going to want some storage. We need a log pile. And the log piles in this faction, they go straight on the ground like that. So we'll plonk that one down there, and then they will be able to go and store the logs in that one. Doesn't require any materials to build this one. In the Iron Teeth faction, however, it does require additional materials to go and make a log pile. But you can stack the log piles one on top of the other. Some of the buildings you can stack up one on top of the other. So at the moment we have some issues. I've got this building isn't connected to any district center by paths, and that's because I've gone and put the path on the wrong side. So I'm just going to remove that bit there, and then I'm going to go and... Ooh! Snake and Cactus! Thank you very much, sir, for your amazing support. That is absolutely awesome of you, and very much appreciated. Right, I've now got 3 beavers over here. Lossing P, thank you very much. Good day, Frith, he says. That is absolutely awesome of you as well. Very much appreciated. You guys are amazing. Absolutely, genuinely amazing. I'm going to go into here, and ooh, I tell you what we can do tonight. This is actually something that we can do. I don't know if you all want this, but these can be these lovely little beavers, like this. They do have a life expectancy, so they don't last forever, but what you can do is you can go and rename them if you want to. So we'll call this little dude here Snack and Cactus, like that. And he's 33, that means he won't last as long. This dude right here, I'm going to call him Lossing P Gaming. There we go. Lossing P Gaming. Okay, I've got to do that again. Lossing P Gaming. That would be a little bit better. Okay, let's try that then, shall we? So, I need to actually tell the beavers that they can cut trees down. So I need to do this, and all I'm doing is I'm just basically highlighting this area like that, and then they can cut trees down in that area. So I'm just going to put that out like that. If you're playing on a really big map, don't do this all over the map. Tempting though that is, because it does end up causing lag. And a little tip, whenever you're in this mode and highlighting trees to be cut down, you have to do it by layer as well, by the way. See, I've got some here on the next layer. I need to do that separately. So, yeah, when you're doing this, always pause the game when you're in this mode, okay? Trust me on this, especially when you get later on and you've got several hundred beavers there. It really does make a huge difference. And so now I've got beavers who are actually able to go and cut down trees. So they're going to go and start doing that. Now, I'm still not going to speed anything up yet because there's a couple of very important things that we need to do. We have to make sure they've got food, and we also, even more importantly, have to make sure that they've got a supply of water. Beavers will die very, very quickly if they don't have anything to drink. Now, I've got 130 berries in storage. I would like a few more. I'm going to have these berries down here. There is a ramp right there. That's a dirt ramp right there, a slope. It's useful. It will allow me to get up to here. But what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to be able to build my own ramps going up there, which would be the wooden stairs. However, I can't get that until I've unlocked it. So what we need to do for that is we go over to science, which is this one over here. And I click on the inventor, and I really need to have at least one inventor fairly early on to start unlocking some of this stuff. So I'll start off with just building one. I generally would try to build two straight off, but there's other things that we're also going to want. The 3 log cutters, not quite so important in this early stage of the game, but you definitely want at least one. Then we're going to go to food. Ignore the beehives, the bakeries, the grist mill, the grill, and also the farmhouse. You can ignore all of that to start with, and all we want right at the very beginning is a gatherer flag. That one right there. And if I go and put this gatherer, I'd have to put the gatherer flag, like, up here somewhere in order to be able to access those berries, which I don't want to do at the moment. So I'm going to leave those, and we're just going to worry about the berries down here. So I'm going to put my gatherer flag about there. And then I'm going to connect it up with a path. So I'm going to bring it along. Actually, going to bring it along like that. So then they'll go along that way. They'll go up, and then they'll head over to here. You can't do paths diagonally. You've got to just straight lines only. Okay, next up we need water. Now we only have accessible at the moment a small water tank. To be able to build a big water tank, you need planks and gears to be able to make them, which is under timber. You have to have a gear workshop, and you've got to have a lumber mill going as well. They all require power, so it's a more advanced process. We're not going to get into that at the moment. So we want some small water tanks. It reminds me of Age of Empires, but with beavers instead of humans. Yes, that is it pretty much. It is pretty much Age of Empires, except that you don't have, well, I was going to say you don't have copper and iron and stuff like that, but you do have iron. Now, I'm putting down a number of these tanks because we're going to need a number of these tanks. These only hold 30 water when they're full. The big tanks hold 300. We're going to need plenty of water when the first drought hits. It's very important that we build things up pretty quickly to prepare for our first drought. When it hits, we're going to need all the help that we can get. So we're sort of working on making sure that we have everything in place before that one gets here. So next up, I'm going to... I've got an alarm going off there. It shouldn't be going off. Right, next up, we're going to put a water pump down. And I want to put this one fairly close to those. So I'm going to put that one down there like that. And again, this one is just logs. Everything that we're building at the moment only requires logs. We don't need anything new. Just a few logs. So we're going to put that one in there. That's all connected up. So I'm just going to press play again and allow things to start moving. So the beavers are not rushing around very quickly at the moment. We will get them rushing around. There's a bit over here that we've got. It's a natural barrier. Once we break that, the water will flow all the way up into here, and that will green up this area here as well. So we're going to do that in a bit. We're not going to do it just yet. We want them to focus on the little tasks that I've set them at the moment. So we've got storage, we've got a log pile, we've got water storage, we've got a water pump, and then we've got food collection and logs, and that's about all we really need to panic about at the moment. I can speed things up like that. You've got the speed controls up the top, which is brilliant. It does make life a little bit easier. And we can just have a look at the water up through here. Comes all the way up. And you can build barriers and stuff, and you can build great big lakes and ponds and everything. If we were to build a barrier just across here, then it would fill up and drown all of this area here as well, which would be really awesome, except then we'd have nowhere to put all of our beavers. Now, right now, you've probably noticed that I haven't actually established any housing. Got nowhere for them to go and live. I've got 2 unemployed beavers. I'm going to increase the amount that we've got here. So I've now got 4 unemployed beavers. The beavers in here, they also do building work. They do the building work that's in there, and then once they've done the building work, they'll carry goods between the different locations as and when they need to. This one's now finished, and I'm going to make sure that this one only... So I'm going to put to none. This is the different items that we have in the game at the moment. Wheat, scrap metal, potatoes, planks, paper, metal blocks, grilled potatoes, gears, flour, explosives, carrots, bread, books, and berries. So I want berries only in this store, and I'm going to go for a good 200 in there. And 200 is the max. Explosives are what you use to blast out channels if you want to make canals and stuff like that. 1 explosive gets placed on the top of 1 square, and it demolishes 1 square. It's actually really useful, but it's later game. You've got to build up quite a bit in order to be able to get everything out. So right now, we can just leave our beavers working a little bit, and you can see that they're thirsty already. Now, I've got 1 water storage here, but they're going to go and build everything in the order that I've gone and placed it down. And by the time they finish building all of that, and then they get to this one, they could have all died of thirst, which is not what we want. So this is why it's very, very important to establish a water supply early on, but I wanted them to all get thirsty before I moved it over. So I've just prioritized the building of this one so that they come here to this one now, and they'll bring all the logs over, and they will build this one up. So we've got 3 in there already. And they should be able to build this one completely before they die of thirst. Well, they're going to go to sleep for the night now, and possibly all die of thirst. So we've got the 12 logs in there. I just got to wait for them to... Because if you look at this clock up here, that clock actually tells them when they've got to work and when they don't. And you can increase or decrease the working hours that they do. But if you do more working hours, they have less time to go and take care of thirst and things like that, and then they can all go and die. So I got no unemployed beavers in the district. That's my next issue. So I'm going to unemploy 1 from here. And then he should go to... Is it actually going to a different one? So I'm going to do that again. Like that. And he should now be working. We've got 1 on the gatherer flag, we've got 1 at the inventor, and we've got 1 at the water pump. So we got 1 guy there working out the water pump. All of these beavers are thirsty. We just need to kind of hope that we'll get rid of that, because we don't want it. Are you sure you want to disable the tutorial? Yes, I'm not interested in the tutorial. Right. So now we're gathering water in here, and you can see we're just getting a couple of units coming up. That's the speed that he's working at. Hopefully all of the beavers will actually get over here. Yes, okay. We had none that died of thirst. I'm going to take that as a good sign. Now, each of the 2 factions, they have different ways of actually doing things for creating new beavers. The Iron Teeth, they have vats where they grow new beavers. These guys here, they prefer the old-fashioned way, and they have houses. So we're going with... We've got various different lodges that we can get. If you have a look up there, you can see in here we've got... Science is being researched. I've got 9 science points at the moment. We'll use up some of those a bit later. That forester one is a very important one. That's 60 points. That's one of the earliest ones that we'll be going for. We're also going to be wanting levies, although we don't need levies at the moment. Probably not. No. I won't worry about levies just yet. The large warehouse is really, really important, but probably the best ones is the platform and the wooden stairs, and then the double and the triple platforms, they really start to help us out later as well. Under landscaping, floodgates are absolutely essential, but we don't want to worry about that. Right now, it's housing. This is the important bit. This will sleep 3 inhabitants. So you can see right here, this is what a house looks like. I can only put this on the ground right now. I can't go up a level with this one because I haven't unlocked yet the platform or the stairs. I don't have enough science points. So I need 170 to be able to unlock these two, which means that then I can start stacking the housing. And what you're able to do, actually, where should we put this one? We'll go back here a bit for the housing. You don't have to have the housing all that close to the rest of the district. So we'll pop that one back in here. You can then start stacking the houses up like this if you want to. And you can go as high as you like. Well, we're up to the build limit anyway. And you can just keep building your houses further and further up. And it's really, really awesome. But I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of that lot on the top. Like that. Doesn't use resources until they actually come along and place them in. And I'm just going to take a few lodges like this, all in a line. And I'm going to turn that one round, and I'm going to do that as well. These only house 3 beavers each, okay? That's why I'm building so many. So we've got 6, 12, 18, 24, 30 beavers worth right there. And at the moment, well, we've got 11 beavers in total, which is not a huge amount. So we will be able to go up to 30. Now, there is also other things that we're going to need to do in order for our beavers to become happy beavers and produce more beavers. So we'll get to that. So we're going to just put that out and around like that. So then I've got a footpath that goes all the way around. And then I'll bring that one up there, and that's just going to connect it up. Need to do anything else. Let's go up there as well, so that they've got better access to food. Each of the beavers... I just need to catch one a minute. Right, let's have a look at this dude over here. So he's thirsty right there, and he will go and take care of thirst. He's done that now, and he'll also take care of their hunger level. Social life there, fertility plus 50%. They have fun. That one you don't fill until very late game. Nutrition 1. That is if you feed them carrots, they get life expectancy plus 30%. Nutrition 2 is being fed potatoes, that's extra strength. And Nutrition 3 for carrying speed, that's when you start feeding them bread. Comfort over here, that will come in quickly. Life expectancy plus 25 and walking speed plus 5%. Once we have built them a house, if they sleep the night in the house, they gain comfort. And that's how you build that one up. Social life up there, we can actually sort out the social life. I've got these here. These just require logs. That's it. Just logs, nothing else. I wonder why they weren't building them. It's because they're building water tanks down here still. That's alright. We can let them keep doing that. Let me just grab one of these. Comfort is from there. Knowledge comes from books. That's late game. Spirituality is kind of mid-game, but you've got to unlock it. Aesthetics is just decoration. And then the 3 different ore ones, those come from some other stuff in here. The ore stuff is from the monuments. You get level 1, level 2, and level 3. You need 12,000 science points to unlock the only statue, the tribute to ingenuity, that gives ore 3, and it uses a lot of ingredients as well. Decorative stuff in here is easy. Leisure. We have a rooftop terrace which we could go and put up on top of this house, but we have no way of getting up there at the moment because we don't have enough science points. So we need to build a campfire, and then they will get their social life going as well. So we're going to put that one down there. And I'm actually going to go for that one first. I've got one house here already. And I've got Lossing P and Sneck and Cactus have moved in together. with their child, who's Kodoons, who's age 5. Congratulations, Lossing P and Snake and Cactus. I hope you'll be very proud. So, Snake and Cactus over here, he is currently 17 years old. He has satisfied hunger, thirst, and sleep. Social life has not yet been taken care of, but once he goes back to his house over here, there we go, comfort level is now starting to go up. So his life expectancy is suddenly increased by 25%, which is rather impressive. Champion says Age of Empires 4 is coming soon, so pre-sale in Steam on pre-order. I might have a look at that, actually. I quite like Age of Empires. Live streaming a new game, then I have to listen to watch Frith, can't just concentrate on the chat. Snake and Cactus, that's not disturbing at all. Nope, not in the slightest. Dan McCann, hello, welcome to the streams, good to see you here. So we've got 2 houses now built, and we've also got social life there. So Kodoons, his comfort level is up a little bit, and the more they sleep in the house, the higher that one will get. Social life is now going up as well. Nutrition will be one of the next things that we start working on. We will grow farmhouses, and then we can plant some carrots. It's a nice, easy one to go and do, but we want just a few more beavers to turn up first before we start doing that. It won't take long. Second Cactus and Lossing P. Very, very happy with the developments in their relationship, it would seem. That's just... I cannot believe... Wait, what? They've moved out? I thought they'd moved out. Nope, they're still together. But their son appears to have moved out, and now they've taken on a lodger. Right. So everybody is happy. Everybody is cheerful. The comfort level is starting to go up. We've got logs being cut back. So these logs up here, I want to get rid of those. These logs over here, I want to get rid of them. These over here, I will probably do it so that we regrow these. And this is going to be sort of an area where we will maintain a variety of trees for use. But we'll let them keep going with building these houses over here, because the more houses we've got, it means the more space we've got for beavers, and then we can grow new beavers, which is good. That's what we want. We want new beavers. And this one down here, that symbol is just saying that building is full. This is good. We want plenty of water. Now, there's going to be a drought soon. We're on day 7 already. So we need to start preparing for a drought. The only thing we've got at the moment is a dam. We don't have any levees. That's something that comes a bit later. So we've got dams. They take 20 logs apiece. It is not a cheap option to go and build dams. We don't have anything else. We've also got quite a wide river here, which again is not going to make life easy for us. But we haven't really got any choice. So we want to go... I wondered if maybe putting it here would be a better option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this one over here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's 10 over there as well. We'll do it down here. The further away you can do it, the bigger area you can cover, the better. That's what we want. The more the merrier, basically, when it comes to bits covered in water. So we're going to need to put a path down to this dam as well. And you probably noticed that that path doesn't actually reach. You can put path across the top of the dam, like that. So the beavers will come along and they'll build this. We're going to use a lot of logs to build that up. The moment you can see up here in the top corner that we've got 44 logs in total, which is not very many. I'm also going to have to remove... You need to go mark resources for demolition or delete buildings, and it's that one there. Now, at the moment, you don't get anything back if you mark resources or anything for demolition. So just keep that in mind when you're busy doing things. Also, all of our beavers are now housed and happy, but what they're not is... we've got 3 children. So we've got 14 beavers in total... And we have 3 children, and our beavers are happier than ever. We have reached a well-being high score of 5. So everybody's happy. We've got some brand new little baby beavers. We got one there. We've got none in that one. We've got one there. Lossing Pea and Snake and Cactus don't currently have any children. They may end up getting more children. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to lower the priority on the last remaining houses, because we don't have loads of food. So I'm going to go with a very low priority on those. So what the beavers will now do is they'll prioritize everything else in the order that I place it down, unless I change that priority level. So they're now going to start working on that dam. And I want that built before we get told that we're getting a drought coming in, because droughts are bad. Okay, droughts are very, very bad. Now I have 75 up here. 75 science points up there. I would like to get stairs, and I'd like to get wooden platforms. That's 100, so I can get the wooden stairs, which is really, really good. That's probably the single most valuable item that we can get to unlock to start with, except that I do need to make some planks in order to do it, so I've got to get some other stuff going as well to be able to keep them running. I do have 3 unemployed beavers at the moment. And what I can actually do is I can just put that going there, and then they'll become workers in here. They'll become builders. They will focus a bit more on this over here. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to just assign that a very high priority. So one of those builders will now come over here and remove that bush. That's what I'd like them to do. And then I can do that. A couple of other things that I want to do. One is I want to bring beavers over here to demolish this one. I've got to bring a road close enough to be able to do it. So if I go there with a road, bring that one over here like that, and then I go here and I click on demolish with a high priority like that. I should get a beaver come over here in a minute. There we go. Where the road came to, I've just paused that for just a second. Where the road came out to that point. If the construction area is within 10 blocks of the end of the road point, the beavers will be able to reach it. Now, what I'd like to do is I'm going to put this on normal speed like that. Normal speed. And I'm going to let him do that, because I'd like you to see the water. This is just like a good start for the water mechanics, which is absolutely fantastic, the way that it works. We'll sort of look at it over here so that you can see the water run. There you go. So this is just on normal speed, but the water does flow through every square that it can reach at that level. And I love the water mechanics for this game. I would be able to block off this entire valley and flood everything here and make it like 10 blocks deep if I wanted to. It is entirely possible to go and do that. So we're going to fill this up here, and this means that we've now got a much bigger green area up here which we can use for growing food, which is very, very important for us. That is another hugely, hugely important thing. But before I go and do that, I need a lumber mill. I'm going to have a lumber mill running. So we're going to bring a lumber mill. That's going to go here in the middle. I'm going to put it that way. Put that one down there. That requires just 15 normal logs. I'm going to want to go to power over here. We can go for a power wheel, which is 40 logs, and that's run by a beaver. Or we can have a water wheel, which is 180 horsepower. And that requires 50 logs. And that's the one that we're going to go with. And that's going to go into the water over here. So we can put one there. I'm going to put that one there like that. And then I'm going to leave it. And then we're going to speed things up a little bit. And just for a moment, we're going to let things kind of run. Let them cut down all of these trees over here. I've got some wood here. I need another 40 points. I've still got some unemployed people. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go to science. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to pop one of them down there. And that one is going to become a priority so that I can unlock another another beaver for doing more science research, which will allow us to increase this faster. Because I want to get a forester. I want to be able to start replacing these trees that we're cutting down. Because we're going to use them very, very soon. But this is the bit that we want to do first before we get a drought. And I'm questioning whether or not we're going to do it. If we don't do it in time, we could be in trouble. While we just kind of wait for this to play through for a little while, does anybody have any questions? Who have we got in here? Oh, Lossing P says, good, no kids. But we got 21 people here. Lossing P and Snake and Cactus have Vulzala, who is their child. So congratulations to the two of you. I'm very pleased to see that you've started your own happy little family together. I wish you every happiness. I wish you every happiness together. I'm sure you will make wonderful parents. Mohammed Badawi, hello. Welcome to the stream. Jen P says it seems they're running out of trees. We've got quite a few back here. Now, these ones back here are pine trees. These are all dead and died. They have 2 logs each. Every pine tree has 2 logs. They're all the same. They all have 2 logs. These ones up here, these are smaller. These are the birch trees. They only give 1 log each. They're also all dried out. And then we've got more of the pine trees. Once they grow, they will give 2 logs each. So that's where you get them from. Do we have any of the others? Yes, up here we've got the 3rd type of tree. This is the maple tree. This one gives 8 logs. Now, you can actually go and plant these, but we can't do that until we've got the forester. Once the forester comes along, we can do these. So it takes 9 days to grow a birch tree and get 1 log back. It takes 12 days to grow a pine tree and get 2 logs back. So I'm sure you can work out that it's a lot more efficient. And it takes 24 days to grow a maple tree, which gives 8 logs. So although it takes twice as long as the pine tree, you get 8 logs back instead of the 4 that it would take to grow 2 pine trees. So definitely in the long run it's worth doing the maple trees. We've got enough standing timber still that we'll be able to go straight into maple trees and we won't worry about these other 2. And the rest of it we don't really need to worry about at the moment. While they're still doing that, slight problem, we've run out of food. I wasn't paying attention. They've gone and created lots more beavers and we've run out of food. So we might possibly run into problems with this. I've got a little bit of food up there. I've also got a bit of food over here, but I can't access that until I've built the water wheel and this one with the planks. So we're going to go in here. I've got 3 berries on that one, and then we've got a few more. So we're going to go with a temporary measure very quickly, and I'm going to add in another gatherer flag up here, like this. I'm going to go with a path and structure over here. And we'll connect that up to the top of this ramp that we've got. I'll bring that one out over that way a little bit, and you know what? We won't. We will go up by 1 more, and then we'll go out there and we'll connect it in. Okay. I will go over here, and I will prioritize that one. Now, I got no unemployed people, but I do have 5 children. So we'll very quickly have someone who can come in here and do this. District center over here. We have a slight problem. Lossing P has sadly died of hunger. Yeah. We've got 3 of them. Three have died of hunger. Lossing P is among those who have died of hunger. I really should have been paying more attention to what was going on. And this is very, very easy to let happen. We don't need to go and start anything again. We do get a little bit of food coming in from these things. So we don't need to panic about it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to pause that one there, so that the beavers will redistribute themselves to where they're needed elsewhere. Snake and Cactus has also died of hunger. So the beavers do tend to thin themselves out a bit when they get hungry. 2 more have died of hunger. Well, this isn't going well, but we have got someone up here who is busy gathering stuff, so I'm also going to just turn that one off. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to turn that one off for a minute. So I've got one person over here gathering logs. I've got another berry person here who will be able to work on these berries over here. And that's just going to take the edge off the hunger situation until, you know, they become a little bit happier. So I've got actually one beaver there. We'll go with you. Let's play on that one. And then there's another beaver there that is busy working. 7 adults. 2 more have died of hunger. 3, 4. Yeah, we've got lots of people who died of hunger. Lots of people? Lots of beavers. Yep, I think they can't go across the river unless there's a ramp for them to get out, unfortunately. So, although I've got a load of berries here, I got to wait for these berries to actually ripen, and I don't have enough. Basically, I wasn't paying close enough attention to the food supply. There's no point in restarting. We've still got 8 adult beavers here, and they've got everything else they need. It's just that they've kind of leveled themselves down to the food situation now. I can start that one up again, but what I'm going to do, instead of worrying about the... I'll let the beavers work. I'll let them do what they need to do. They'll figure something out. But I want a farmhouse. I'm going to put a farmhouse over here, and this is going to help us out big time in just a minute. I'm then going to go into crop planting. I'm going to go to carrots, and I'm going to do a chunk of... I'll leave it back from the edge there, and I'm going to do that. So there, I've got a whole load of carrots, and now I have a drought coming in 3 days' time, and I don't have anything ready, so we're probably going to lose this entire settlement, which is really not what... You know what? I've got an idea. Let's go into load game here. Day 9. What are we? We're day 14. Let's just... Dave, nice to see you back, Frithgar. Thank you very much. Good to see you too. Yeah, we're working on this bit right here. So we'll just let them go and take that bit out, and then the water goes rushing up through that way. I've got 3 houses over here, and I've already gone and put that bit in there. So I just want to go over here and make sure... What have we got? I've got the low on there, and I currently have 23 berries and not very much over here. So what we're going to do... Rather than being daft like I was last time, we should just have enough time to turn this round. So we're going to do that immediately. We're going to go up here and we're going to build a farmhouse, and that one is going to be top priority. And then I'm also going... Actually, I can start that one going right now, and then I can go and put crops in like this. Yep, I'll just do it like that. That one right there, I'm going to get rid of that one. Go here, like that. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to prioritize... Oh, I don't need to prioritize it. They're getting rid of it for me anyway. I'll go here. Okay. I've got 2 workers that I've requested in there, and I'm actually going to just lower that one down. Lower it down. District center. I've now got the 2 working in the house, in the farmhouse. That's good. Right. There we go. I have no food. There are no berries left at all. But what we do have is we have carrots growing right here. It takes... How long does it take to grow carrots? It takes 4 days to grow carrots. So we may or may not do this. We have just now started to get hungry. What I'm also going to do is I'm very quickly going to set up a flag over here like this so that I've got the new gatherer flag. That one is going to be prioritized. We will take a path, and that one's going to come down here like this. It's going to go up to there. It's going to go this way, and I'm going to run it up there like that. Okay, so they will go over and they will build this one. And then I should get another gatherer on their building lacks workers. That's fine. I'm going to pause the district center a minute until I get someone over here. Press play again. And then now gathering berries there. We'll have also got them gathering berries on these bushes. So some of them are hungry, but not all of them. I do have more being born fairly quickly, but if we have a look in here, we're on 25% already. And I've only got 3 beavers that are hungry, and this is actually really good. This is quite crucial. Right. Helper beaver has stopped work unexpectedly. No more life. Yeah. We're going to gloss over the fact that I had all my beavers starved to death, and we're going to move forwards. And we're going to say that they haven't starved to death and that they're all absolutely tickety-boo and fine. So I've got the worker over here. He's busy gathering as many berries as he can. See, over there, we've got 2 berries in there. So they are coming in and they're getting just enough food to help them scrape by. Once they start on the carrots, if we can last that long, then everything will be good. So that one is on 67. I don't think any of the fruit that I've got here is going to grow in time. I don't think I got enough. And unfortunately, although I've got this bit down here working, I've now had one starve to death. Pina has starved to death. I've got food right there. I got food right here that I could get to, but I just can't reach it. Because I don't have the necessary materials to... Ooh. Wait. There is one more way. There is one more way that we can do this. I have 47 points. Path and structure, I've already got the wooden... No, I can't because I don't have the planks yet. I need to set up the building of the planks to be able to do that. The carrots over here, this is the closest ones. We're halfway on this. We're not gonna survive that long, are we? So we've got to up our game a little bit. Okay. We need a lumber mill. We have to have a lumber mill. We'll put that one in there. Then we're going to go into power over here, and we're going to go with the water wheel. Now that's going to be 50 logs for that one, and then we're also going to want that one. The water wheel is definitely the best option for this. So I've got to put the water wheel in there. The water wheel doesn't actually require any workers to use it either, which is good. So we want to put that one up as top priority, and that one as well. And we will have the beavers work really hard and build. So we've got 2 builders going on here. Right now, I'm going to pause you so that you become a builder. We need to keep the water going, and we need to keep the farmers going as well. We don't need to worry about the others. We need the logs going, and we want the gatherers going. So I can't really do a lot else. We've had 1 die of hunger. Now the morning is going to come along. We're probably going to get another 1 die of hunger. No, not yet. Hasn't happened yet. Right, I'm almost done with that one. So this one's finished. I now need 50 logs brought over. I have got 50 logs. I just need to make sure that they get here. So we want to also stretch that across there, and we're going to prioritize it. It's got to go with top priority as well, so that we've got gears running between the 2. Can we build this one before everybody dies? I'm really hoping that we can. If we can do this, then everything's going to be good. Are we making a dam? Cade Music 3, are you making a dam? Well, we will be making a dam, but we kind of have an urgent food shortage going on at the moment that we've got to deal with. So there is a dam that's going to be built over here, and we'd like to be able to continue that one, but I desperately, desperately need them to build this before everybody dies. I've just had 4 or 5 of them die of hunger, which is really not very helpful. I've got 42 logs in this one now, so we will get this finished in the morning. But I've also just lost all of my beavers. I'm now just 10 left. Nope, this isn't going to work. This clearly isn't going to work, so we're going to have to go back and I'm going to have to do this again. This isn't supposed to be happening like this. More important than I first thought. I've not played on this small map before. The one that I played on before had a lot more food available really early on. I had a lot more berries easily accessible. So just to tide us over, because we've only got these 23 berries left and we've got nothing here that's growing. That's the big problem, is there's nothing there. So we're going to want a gatherer flag on this side. Put one of those down there. I'm going to want a farmhouse over here. This is really important that we get that one done first. So that one is a top priority. I'm going to go in here, and you've only got 3 logs in there. You've got none in there. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get rid of those 3 houses completely so that we don't have to worry about them. I'm going to go over to the dam over here, and for now I am going to assign it with a low priority on there. This one is a high, and that one's already on a high priority over there. We're then going to go into crops over here with carrots, and we're going to take... that one's going to go over there like that. And I'm just going to pop these in like this. Let's let them go. Right. This time you will succeed, Frithgar. Fingers crossed. Smudo says, thankfully, you played a game, you played a lot of the game, and you know what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, I really do know. I've really demonstrated clearly that I know exactly what I'm doing here. I know exactly. Yes, you're absolutely right. I really do. So we're going to bring that one across over to there like that, and we're going to run this road up here, and that one's going to come into there. So then I've got... that's already set as a high priority. I've got the berries right here. We've got those in really, really quickly. No goods. There's nothing there already. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the inventor so he's not doing anything. And I'm also going to pause the build district for a second, just so that we make sure that the farmers there, we've got 2 of them, and the gatherer over here, we've got 1 there. Then I will unpause that one, and we're going to immediately go straight into building the lumber mill. We desperately have to have this lumber mill for the next section. So I want to put that one, and I'm going to pop the water wheel in. Yeah, let's put it back there like that. We'll put the power shaft in like that. There, and because I've now set these as a low priority, I don't need to worry about changing the priority levels on those. So they will come along now, and they're going to start building the lumber mill and also the water wheel to power it. Once they have done that, I will then be able to use the wooden stairs, which is what I'd really like to do, and I'll pop down a wooden stairs there. And I will pop down a wooden stairs over on that side. We'll have a path that will join the 2, like this. And we can go up to there, and then we can have a path up here, and a path over to here. And we've got another little area of berries. And that's the bit that we desperately need in order to just tide us over long enough for the first carrots to turn up. If we can make this work, everything will be wonderful. So we're down to 6 berries, and we've got a few over here. It is down to the speed that they can build this wheel. We've got 8 logs in there at the moment, and we've got 20, 30 odd in storage. So we should, in theory, be able to do this. I've only got 3 builders working on it, but they're still able to do it. Jempy says go back to day 3 and start your farmhouse ASAP. There we go. Just a mouthful of coffee. I've now got no berries left. I got no berries left over here either, but we're on to 28 logs on that one, which means that we do have a very good chance. All of the carrots are now planted as well. They're on 35, so they'll be 50% by the end of tomorrow. Out come the beavers. We're already hungry, but we have gone up to 31 logs in here. There's more and more of them going in. There's 37. Keep going, guys. Keep going. You can do this. I've got every faith in you that we can do this before everybody dies. Because if you can't, we're in trouble. Right. Some people are going to die. I keep calling them people. I'm not sure if the Beaver Collective actually approves of this or not. To be honest, I don't really care. So we're going to just allow that to go through there. And I need to get someone in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause that dude. Is he now going to be able to come over here? No, he's not ready to come over here yet either. So I'm going to pause that lumberjack, and I'm going to pause that lumberjack. I got 22 logs on the map already, so I don't actually need to worry too much about it. We've got quite a lot of beavers being born I now have one unemployed. So we've got a person in here. Unfortunately, they're going to wait for another night before they do anything. We've got nothing here. So we just need to wait one more night while a whole load of them now starve to death, no doubt. And so that they can go and make these. And what that will do is it will have this one built and then this one built. I need 8 planks to be built. And I also want that one over there to be built. So they're not bringing the planks over. They're working on this one up here because I don't have the logs at the moment. Snack and Cactus has just died of hunger. Snack, I'm very sorry. I realized that you dying of hunger was not high on your list of things that you wanted to do today, but it seems that you've done it several times already. I've got one more plank coming over, so we've got one ladder built already. We got one wooden stairs, so now they're going to come over and they're going to go and build that one. We just kind of need them to get over there. So they do swim around. I do love the swimming animation that they have, which is absolutely fantastic. And I got 2 planks in there. Lossing P has died of hunger. I'll rename some more. We'll do a Lossing P and a Snack and Cactus version 2 soon. 81% on the carrots. So it turns out that the carrots might actually get there before we get over to here. 84%. There's another one that's died of hunger. Hunger is becoming a bigger issue. Have we got any logs in here? Oh, great. I went and paused all of the log cutters. I'm such an idiot. Why did I do that? I paused all of them. Right. You need to do something, and I don't have anyone that can work there. I can take them out of... Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll pause these two gatherers. So that I've got... Yeah, there's another one that has just died of hunger. I was so hopeful for this. I really thought this was going to work. Stop bringing the logs over there. You want to bring the logs into here. Just bring the logs into me in here, and then we can do stuff with that. But they're not doing that. So I can't go and make the planks over here. 98% on there. So we got the carrots. The carrots is the bit that's going to do it, but I've only got 6 adults left. And there I have carrots. And I have one person working in a farm, and because it's night time, he's not going to harvest them, which means that by morning, our 6 adults are probably going to turn into 2. Oh, one of the adults, one of them has grown up. One of them has grown up. I've still only got one in here, so let's, you're out anyway. Pause you. Carrots. 6 adults is what we're left with, but we do have food. Four. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, this is fantastic. Snake and Cactus again. Stop killing me, man. The reason that I was pushing to expand is so that I could get these berries over here. That was the important part. If I could have gotten those berries, we could have done it. Apparently... that was just a pipe dream. So I'm down to just 4 adults, which I don't really think is long enough. That's not really enough. It's going to take too long to... Actually, you know what? Let's just keep going with this, because we've been here an hour, and 4 adults now should be enough to be able to... So what I can do is I can actually pause these lodges to force them together. I have 3 of them in there. If I pause that one, he's going to move out, and he's going to go into another one. So I'll do the same here. And that one. So I've got 2 in there. Yeah, that'll do nicely there. So we'll keep them like that, and we should get some more children. They are already starting to come out and harvest all of these carrots. We're going to have loads of carrots, and then they can start going and slowly building up the rest of the stuff that we want here. Slowly being the operative word. going to be able to get to that. I kind of wanted to show you a bit more of the early expansion, but yeah, it really didn't work well because I should have... My big mistake was that I didn't put these going fast enough, mainly because the other ones that I've started have had a lot more berries available very, very early on. These did not have the berries available very early on, and that is what has really messed me up. I've sort of done it based on being able to have a lot more berries. Which, yeah, was foolish. We now have got 2 children and 4 adults, which is a step in the right direction. So let's have a look over here. The houses are starting to fill up a little bit. That's fine. And we can just kind of let it play through. Now, unfortunately, we also have an incoming drought, which is going to be a major problem for us. A very serious problem. You over here, I'm actually going to pause that one now, because it's not really going to be beneficial to us to do this expansion, despite the fact that we had everything ready. We had that bit there ready to roll. So what are you? You're working there, so you're doing the working. I actually need you to come down here, and you can start doing some moving of logs. Got no... Oh, that's because I have none of those. I've got 2 farmers over here. So we're going to reduce that down to 1 farmer. We're also going to reduce this down to just 1 builder for a bit. And that means that the lumberjacks should do a bit more work. I'll pause you. And the drought has started. Now, unfortunately, because I didn't build a dam, I've got this. All the water has stopped. This is our first drought. They're going to be cannibals soon, says Jempy. Yeah, you're probably right. They will end up being cannibals, but, yeah. We'll worry about that in a bit. So, I mean, the idea, I did kind of want to show you a little bit about this. If I'd managed to get that one built all the way across there, then we would have been able to keep the water here for a little while after the drought started, which would have been quite useful. Now, over this side in the field, I have actually got carrots in here. They're drying out and they will die, so we'll lose the carrots before the end of the drought, but they can still harvest the carrots that are in the field. So I've got quite a few carrots in the field there. It says that I've got 34, and we've also got this bit in here. So I've got 5 adults and 1 child right now. Let's just check the housing situation over here. It's doing just fine. We can leave that bit. I will... What am I going to do? I want to build another storage, because I want to start storing some carrots. So we're going to build a second small warehouse. I'm going to build that one across the road there, and I'm going to prioritize the construction of that small storage right there. So I've still got plenty of trees being cut down. They're being used. That's coming along just fine. Don't need to worry about that. And then these other things over here, they will be just fine as well. So we've got 2.4 days. Once the drought has finished, we'll see if we can get through the drought. Hopefully we can even increase the population while we do so. So they're having a social life in here. Click on these. You can see there we've got social life coming on. They're comfortable. They've got nutrition 1. So their life expectancy is longer now. We have another child has joined the district, so we'll unpause another one of these lodges to give them a little bit more space, and they can expand again. And then when they have built this lodge right there, this small warehouse right here, they will make sure that one's earmarked for storing carrots and carrots only. Now, children, they take 5 years to grow up. So we've got this little dude right here. He will just keep running around using resources until he reaches 5, and then at age 5 he'll then become a useful, productive member of society. So Venjo over here, who is 4, is soon going to become 5 years old right there. He is very close to adulthood, and he will actually join adulthood first thing in the morning. He'll become a productive member of society, which would be absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to have a look in here. We've got 33 carrots in here. I'm actually going to go to no storage, and then I'm going to select just carrots like that. I'm not going to bother changing the number, because it's not the amount that they limit it to. That's the desired amount that they try to put into the warehouse. So if we just have it like that, they won't try to put loads in there. They'll just put some in. And if you have a look in here, you can see the carrots are all dead. But I've still got carrots here that can be harvested. It dried out and died. As far as I know, they can still harvest those. I might be wrong on this. If I am, it means that we're in trouble. Maybe I have got that wrong. We'll find out soon. However, we don't need to worry about it as much as we did, because carrots last a lot longer. If you have a look at them here, their hunger is... I mean, it is dropping down, but the carrots do last them quite a bit longer than the other food, than the berries do. And also, not to mention the fact that I can now go and get the gatherers going on here, and we've got several berries that we can get as well, so we'll also get those up and running. I'm just going to pause that one so that the gatherer flag does actually have someone on it. The drought has ended, and if we go over here, we can actually see the water coming back. Up there. And the water will start to come back. It comes back fairly slowly to start with, and then it will build up a little bit later over time. But it does, and this is what I really love about this game, is the way the water mechanics work. Like, it does flow through. The trees that died, they're absolutely fine. They've sort of just replenished themselves, and it goes all the way out. So then we get the green strips come back. And if we had managed to build the dam in time, we would have had an area of green in here where we would have saved some of the food. So the carrots in here, I mistakenly thought that carrots after they dried out and died could be harvested, but it seems that maybe they couldn't be. But I've still got berries that we can harvest, and then we've got carrots that are growing, and because we've only got 8 beavers at the moment, the berries will tide us over until carrots turn up anyway, so we're not going to need to worry about that. What are you doing? Lumberjack flags are now on 3. I'm going to press play on that one, so that one starts up again. And we will also press play on that one so that we can maybe get that one going again. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the builders. I'm going to pause that one so that I get someone working in here. And then we'll go for the builders again. With the 2 children that we got, one of them I think is there, that one. Very, very nearly ready to join the adult workforce, which means that we'll have 7 adults. So one of them, I'm hoping, will be working here in the building district, and I've now also got someone working in here. I've got 3 planks in there, and you can see up in the top, I've got 3 planks right there, and that person there, Sedimum, age 4. Just turned 5, and he's now part of the workforce. So he's a builder. And he's going to go across there, and he's going to build that ladder, and then we've got another one that goes over to here, and I've now got another gathering station. Which means that when we run out of berries from this one, we've still got some berries that we can get over in the other one, which is fantastic news. So now all we need to is just kind of like to start building these up. So we're about 10 past. Jabby says they do grow up so fast. I can relate to that. Build a kindergarten and the adults can work. Well, I always did wonder why they don't have to have any kind of play school or anything like that, you know, to childcare facilities. But apparently we don't need to worry about childcare facilities in Beavertown. We just need to worry about everything else. I'll go a little bit longer on this map before I change over to the really properly established one, but you can see that we've kind of like overcome the issues that we had, and things are improving rather nicely. So, what have I got over here? The growth. I'm going to leave one person there with that, although they're not currently doing anything. They will be doing something shortly, And we kind of want to just make sure that they're able to do that once they get there. So we've got 3, 3, we've got 1 over here. So I'm going to unpause another lodge. Give them more space to expand. And these guys over here are just working on this building now. They're just running backwards and forwards, putting together the dam and slowly expanding that across the river, and then we'll have this kind of dammed up a little bit. That will stop the water from rushing away. It won't actually stop it completely, but it will just build the water up a little bit. Goes to about the halfway point on the dam, and then it'll allow it to run over the top. If we unlock later on these things, excuse me, landscaping, the different floodgates, once you unlock those, you can control the flow of the water a lot more. Makes things a lot better. Ah. He's come up over this side. So I've now got 2 guys working the berries. Carrots are just about ready to come in as well. As soon as the carrots come in, we no longer need to worry. Lossing P, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for making my drive more fun. Keep up the good work. No worries at all. Well, I hope you're not spending too much time actually watching the screen while you're driving, because, yeah, I'm not sure that I want to be responsible for such things. But, yeah, that's between you and the local law enforcement agency, I guess. But, yeah, thank you very, very much, sir. That is absolutely fantastic of you. Excuse me. No, hang on a minute. Oh, right. I'm had a little bit of a cold coming down with lately. A bit more coffee going. There. Right. So the dam over this way is slowly improving. We're heading across there. And let's give it a couple more minutes just to see how our beavers get on here. So we've got Peanut over here. 3 in that one. We've got 1 person here, 1 person here, and we've got 3 in this one as well. Hoping that they'll move around a little bit and we can get some more beavers turning up. I don't think you've got to have all... I don't think you've got to have room in the house in order for new beavers. But we have another child. We've got 8 adults now and 2 children. Another child has turned up. So where have the other ones gone? I've got a berry gatherer there, and I've got a berry gatherer over here. And Frithgar, can you go and die on your own time, not scare your poor viewers? Such disturbing sounds. Yes, I do apologise. There will be no more dying on camera. I will put a stop to that. So we're gathering up quite a few logs here. We've got a nice few carrots here coming up as well. We'll be able to start storing some of these in there. I've got 1 farmer, so I'm actually going to increase that now, so they will come along and add in another one. 122 berries, and we've got 8 adults. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to press play on that one, and I'm going to press play on that one, so it's really going to start opening things up. I've got all 4 workers available in here now, I have. And that will start opening that one up, and we should be good to go for a fairly rapid expansion on this. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to save that game. We'll just go there like that. And I'm going to go to load game in here. And I want day 66.